All right, good morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. I just got finished cleaning my car out. I clean my car every day, just in case you didn't know. Like, every day, I clean my car. If I was at home, I would clean my kitchen and my bathroom every day. But since I'm not at home, I'm on the road. Traveling, experiencing life. Your car tend to get messy. So I keep my car showroom floor clean. And that's how you should manage your life. Your life should be clean, as least amount of clutter as possible. Your mind should be clean, at least amount of clutter as possible. Your diet should be clean, as least amount as garbage as possible. No sodas, no tea. I mean, you can have tea. I'm just saying. But not all this stuff. You just overdo it. Don't overdo this stuff. This stuff, the food. All food have chemicals. All this food is contaminated. People, you have to understand this. Everybody is sick. Some people's physical and mental sickness is worse than others. We are all contaminated. We all have forever chemicals in our bloodstream. We all have plastics in our body. We are all contaminated. We are all poisoned. So you have to realize, like, the more water you drink, the less food that you eat, the better you're going to feel. Like, I don't get headaches. My skin is clear, it's clean. And you got to realize that the food is contaminated. The water, that's probably the best that you're going to get is some good spring water. That's probably the best you're going to get. But the water is still in plastic bottles, and it's leaching BPAs into the water. The environment is toxic. The people are toxic. Your work environment, believe it or not, is toxic. If you work in an environment that sells perfumes and colognes, like Bed Bath and Body Works, or like you work in the fragrance department, like, you are being contaminated. If you work around fertilizer, you're being contaminated. If you work around pesticides and herbicides, you're being contaminated. If you're dealing with chemicals, there's this thing called off-gassing with carpet, new cars. If you work in Home Depot, that these off-gases are chemicals that are released in your car, in your apartment, in your house, in your new home. You got to be out in nature, guys. You need to be out in fresh air. I just want to start this video off with that information. But what this video is really about, this is part 2 from the last video I did talking about artificial intelligence and how you are already artificially intelligent. You're not organically intelligent. Your intelligence is artificial. And the more you realize that you can break out of the matrix, Like I am out of the matrix. Every decision that I make at this point, I'm fully conscious of the fact that I'm either being manipulated, I'm being influenced in some way. See, to know is different. To know and do is different than not to know and blindly doing things, because you don't realize that you've been programmed. I've realized that I have been programmed to act a certain way and to think a certain way. And every day I make an effort to break those chains. Every day I make an effort to reprogram my thoughts. I reboot myself constantly throughout the day. I do a reboot constantly throughout the day with my mind. Because I know that the program that I'm running, not only is it hijacking my reality, there are bugs in the program. There are bugs in the program. And when you have malware and bugs in the program, it causes you to act out and do certain things. That's why you have school shootings, road rage, random violence. Because these bugs are glitching in these programs. Road rage is a glitch. When people murder and kill people, those are glitches in the program. You're under mind control. So, most people were born organically, a blank slate, a blank piece of paper. You was not born a Democrat. You was not born a Republican. You was not born a Baptist. You was not born a Muslim. You was not born a Buddhist. You was not born a race. You was not born a feminist. None of these things, you were not born with any title that you put on yourself. These are all programs specifically designed to control the way you think and to control the way you perceive your environment. You were not born knowing or thinking anything. So all of your programming came from your environment. Some good, some bad. And if you don't believe your program, ask yourself a couple of questions. Is the color pink a feminine or a masculine color? If you say that the color pink is a feminine color, you're programmed. Because colors are not masculine or feminine, they're only colors. Humans put titles on colors. See, we put titles on everything. Humans put titles on colors, whether they're masculine, feminine. Light blue is not a boy's color. Light blue is just a color. Anybody can wear it. Same thing with pink. Is Jessica a male or female name? If you said Jessica is a female name, you're programmed. Because names are just names. Now, if you have an Aboriginal name or a native name, and that name identifies with nature, it's still man-made, but it identifies with nature. It means something in nature. But Paul, Mike, John, those are only names. They're just names. They're not masculine or feminine. They're not male or female. They're just names. So that's the point I'm trying to make when I say that you're a program. When you think about the things that we identify with, you're going to realize you're a program. A racist is programmed to be a racist. These are all programs that are running. You have programs that are running in the front, and then you have programs that are running in the background. And you don't know why you think the way you think. You don't really understand it. You're just acting out. But what I'm making this video for, so you can realize that you are artificial intelligence. And you are running a program. And the same programs that we run, we are programming artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is going to be smarter than us because we have deceptive viewpoints and perspectives. And we're manipulated. We're triggered to think a certain way. That's why when you say certain words around certain people, they go crazy because they are triggered because the program don't like certain words. You know? So just take the time to think about how you've been manipulated, you've been influenced, you've been programmed, and the programs never stop, guys. The programs never stop. They're always updating the programs. So whatever you believe last year or 5 years ago, they're going to update the program because now there's a new belief. Like the transgender belief. There's a new belief. I'm not saying that the beliefs are right or wrong. I'm saying that the beliefs are being updated. Something that you totally disagreed with 5 years ago or 10 years ago. You say, man, this is totally against my moral code. I do not agree with it. 5 years later, you say, oh, I understand now. It's not, you don't understand shit. It's not the fact that you understand it. It's your program have been updated. You got to remember, like, these programs are deleted and updated and rewritten continuously. And they send these frequencies out into the universe by music and by media. Now they have social media to really dial in what you think you know. But you don't know anything because social media is fake. It's another source that the Matrix is using to influence you. Now you think just because you see it on social media, it got to be true. Or just because somebody said it got to be true. And we know that's not true. So people, please realize that any type of hatred that you're displaying, it's not you. It's the program that you're running. You need to reboot your mind and say, no, I'm not going to think like this towards this group of people, that group of people. I'm going to mind my own business, and I'm going to judge each individual on the personal relationship. Or I'm not going to judge them at all. Now, you're going to have your little, things that you say and think about people because you're running the program. You can't get rid of it. So you're going to look at a fat person, or you're going to look at a poor person, or you're going to look at somebody you think is lazy. You don't even know the person. And you're going to have a judgment about that person. But let it stop right there. Don't act on that judgment because you're going to make yourself look like a fool when you realize that that poor person is smarter than you are. They just had bad money. They just made bad money decisions. But that's not their whole life. They've already raised children, had bought and sold homes, started a business, and they ended up like this because of bad money decisions. That's all. That don't mean that they're not smarter than you. You just getting started. So just leave your judgments to yourself if you don't know that person. Anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to leave you with that message. I got 2 more videos that I'm gonna make today, but the programming is the most important, and my channel is gonna focus on that so people can realize that you are not organic. Everything that you think and believe, somebody gave to you. Everything is culture. You are your culture. Wherever you raised at, that's how you gonna think and believe, until you realize that you've been programmed to act and believe and perceive a certain way. Until next time, guys, I'm out.